we also have a company introduction who will share Israel Kim, who's a sales master as well. And Dennis and the Diamond Master will be sharing the products today. And then our special main speaker, Darlene Kim, Sharon Rose Master, will be sharing her vision for us tonight. So we're so excited to hear all of our presenters. But before we begin, we always start with our company motto. So, if you can, ready? Ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, here's
Face the spirit.
Create the vision.
Spirit, create the vision, follow the faith.
Humility.
Thank you. All right. Okay, so now we'll have a company introduction by Israel Kim.
All right, hello everybody.
Hello.
Good afternoon or evening. My name is Israel Kim, Sales Master, and it is a great honor and privilege to a company introduction. So before I start, I'd like to introduce a little bit about me. My name again is Israel Kim. I'm currently working at Raytheon Technologies as a senior principal material program manager. We build missiles and radars and things like that for national defense. And also, I'm currently serving in the Air Force Reserve as a logistics officer. I'm a captain. And the reason I put end state here is I wanted to share a little bit why I do Atomy. First, financial freedom. Two, time flexibility. How meaningful would it be if you not only have residual income coming in, but you can spend as much time you want with your family? I have 2 kids myself, so it is definitely one of my goals to have the time flexibility through Atomy. And donation, CEO Hangyo Park always demonstrates the importance of giving. It's not about just us being having lots of money by ourselves, but it's all about giving, and you become happier when you actually give. And travel, traveling around the world is one of my favorite things to do, especially with my family. And through Atomy, I love to get invited to speak overseas in the near future. All right, let's dive into the company introduction. So vision of direct selling. So how many of you can share your personal testimony when you shared about Atomy? How many negative perceptions did you receive? There's a lot. And the reason being is there were many direct selling companies that had negative perception, and people had bad experience. However, it is interesting to note that in Korea right now, the direct selling market has continued to increase. And right now it's 4.3 billion USD in Korean alone, and around the world as well. And the reason being, I dug into some of the reasons, is because of the fact that baby boomers are now retiring, and they're looking for the solution that they cannot still support financially. Medical expenses, things are like that happen. So they're looking for a way to continue to earn income after retiring. Also, even the young generation coming out of college right now, how many people are suffering and having challenge finding a job? Even the people that had job are being laid off, unfortunately, due to pandemic. So by that said, network marketing has been increasing its popularity. Market status of direct selling. Again, Korea did $4.3 billion, and it has shown 5 years of consecutive growth, which is amazing. And Atomy, as being one of the network marketing companies, has recorded 2nd place last year. And back in April, I heard that Atomy has surpassed Amway as well. So I'm very optimistic to see what the 2020 data will show. Business growth index. So our companies continues to grow in international sales as well. And there had not been one year where we didn't grow. We keep opening up new countries, and I just heard China's online shopping mall is about to open. So congrats to everyone in Atomians and to the company as well. So now let's look at the global side of the direct selling marketing news. So the magazine featured Atomy as top 100% growth company club. We have grown $160 million in just 1 year, which is incredible. And that shows us 13.9%, 13.9%, 90% increase in percentage, which is incredible. Why? Because if Atomy was one of the smaller companies, then it wouldn't have smaller company. It's very easy for them to grow 20-30% in 1 year. But Atomy being a $1 billion company and having the growth of 13%, and now we are showing $1.3 billion in revenue, it is a quite amazing achievement. So WFDSA is a nonprofit organization that deals with global direct selling. So you can see the top 2 items that are selling the most around the globe are cosmetic and personal care and wellness. And guess what Atomy deals with? We produce those 2. So are we in the right business? Absolutely. Daily necessary products. So let's talk about the credibility of our company. So the magazines such as Forbes and Fortune, how many people know that? I read that magazine, and a lot of successful business folks read those magazines, and CEO Hangyo Park has featured, was in the cover of the magazines, as well as the mainstream media in Korea, like newspapers and news, television. They want to interview Hangyo Park. Why? Because they want to know the truth. They want to know and understand how Atomy is growing so fast and rapidly and still maintain its authenticity. One of the reasons why we're going so fast is because of our partnership with one of the most advanced technology OEMs, ODMs, and our partners around the globe. And one of the examples is CARI, Korean Atomic Energy Research Institute. They have absolutely amazing technologies, and they had a joint venture with Colmar, which itself is a very, very credible company that's been around for over 100 years, headquartered in United States. So those 2 companies created what's called Colmar B&H, Beauty and Health, and they are one of the best advanced technology OEMs and ODM around the world. And they've been providing our skincare set as well as Hemo Him. So message strategy is what is it? Absolute quality and absolute price. We have mass volumes of products going around the world through the distribution hub, and they're prestige products. So it's not just regular daily necessary products. It is very prestigious products that through the distribution hub, we are able to afford it. How awesome is that? So Hemo Him, it is incredible to see that Hemo Him has been the #1 selling item in direct selling market in Korea for 5 consecutive years. If Hemo Him wasn't incredible, it would not maintain its first place for the 5 years, as well as the Absolute Skincare Set, #3 best-selling cosmetics in direct selling market in Korea. It has sold about 538,000 sets sold, and it has won an award of Good Design Award, Spark Design Award, as well as Peanut Award Best 100. And it itself did $8.2 million USD. And also, if you look at the bottom of the screen, Dermatest is from Germany. They have awarded us for having a low irritancy of our skincare. So if any of your friends say, I don't want to use your product because I have sensitive skin, you can say, hey, guess what? We have won an award saying with the low irritancy with our Absolute Skincare Set, as well as the fame you're going to see. And we have recently also been awarded Jangyeon Show Award. And not just one item, we have won the award for all 6. It is one of the awards that's given to scientific advanced products. And then at Absolute Skincare Set has won the award, the whole 6 set. Amazing. And again, so the fame is anti-aging, and it has also won the 2019 Good Design Award, as well as Peanut Award, Best 100. And this is also Dermatest certified for low irritancy as well. And how many people have used toothbrush? I'm sure most of you, right? It is nicknamed as 1 second toothbrush. Why? Because it sells every second. So this $1 toothbrush has gold iron powder on the brush, very slim, rounded shape. It's designed and engineered with customer in mind. Okay, so I used to go to dentist all the time due to the cavity. Now I don't have to go anymore because of our purpleless toothpaste in our toothbrush. And as a supply chain professional, I could not be more proud of our quality. Why? Because when a company sells when you go shop online or wherever, the shopping mall, um, having a rate of 0.19% return rate is extremely low, is almost 0%. So you can be very confident knowing that the return rate is so low. When the industry average for direct selling is 3.03%, we beat them, we blew them by the water. So you please be confident when you speak to any of the potential consumers or partners. Just be proud, okay? This 0.19% is extremely low. Another reason why Atomy has been successful is because the marketing plan, it is well balanced and righteous compensation plan. Ease of business, let's talk about that. No joining fee and no maintenance fee, nothing. You don't have to pay for the internet. You don't have to pay for the training. The company is incredible. It wants everyone to succeed. So your return on investment is 100% because you didn't really pay for anything as a startup, but the company's promise is as long as you stay in the system and follow the marketing plan, you can have lots of return on investment. And it's very balanced distribution. Why? We have what's called income ceiling. So even if you start today, you still have an equal opportunity to become successful, to meet all the leaders that are at the income ceiling right now. Success system. As I have explained, we have a proven success system that company owns it. So you don't have to try to host events by yourself, okay? Company is not gonna leave you alone. What would company do is they make sure you're successful through the success system that company owns. So they're going to have one-day seminar, Success Academy, global seminar, and throughout the region, okay? And the Zoom meetings like this is also one of the systems that you can plug yourself into, as well as your partners. The company is saying, hey, trust us, just plug them into the system, we'll take care of the rest. Success system is well broadcasted in Korea. They have live broadcasting in 11 areas in Korea simultaneously. And global success system as well. So we have, as you can see, all the countries on the bottom, we have success systems around the globe. And people are very passionate around the world because they know the incentive of becoming part of the Atomy. Atomy has been the very, very first domestic company to have been awarded Customer-Centric Culture Award. It is given to those companies that are really customer focused. And as a direct selling marketing company, did I mention we had a very, very negative perception. What about now? Through Atomy, now customers' minds are shifting, and CEO Hangyo Park had already made a vision that we're not going to be competing against other direct selling companies. Why? Because we're going to be competing against big, big markets, big distributions, right? That's what we're competing against. And this really, really shows the CEO Hangyo Park's intention. Look at the sizes that are evolving throughout the time. Guess what happened to the price? It stayed the same. What does it tell you? Normally in the capitalistic world, which I don't disagree with, the companies strive to increase their profit margin, right? Rightfully so. However, what does Atomy do? We keep the profit margin as low as possible. Yes, we need to profit to operate. However, we keep the profit margin at a certain percentage so that we and partners, us partners as well as our distribution suppliers, they can also benefit together. So we grow together. And this is incredible. We have cultures that drive Atomy. We are driven by the principles. So we have industry-leading principle-driven culture. We at Atomians do that together. You and I need to take part of that. And CEO Hangyo Park said, Atomy will lead a culture of ethical direct selling with principle-driven culture. Another culture of us is culture of a company's growth. We partners want to grow together, right? And it's about making our customers successful, because when you make your customers successful, you will become successful. And we develop our partners. How many companies can you, me as a supply chain professional, as an example, when we buy products from our suppliers, we never pay them cash. There's no way companies ever pay cash. Why? The slower you pay the suppliers, the more cash you're gonna have on your hand. However, what does CEO Hangyo Park does, or Atomy does, is we pay them cash upfront. Why? We don't want supplier to go to the bank and borrow money with expensive interest rate, because when they have to pay the interest rate over the course of time, then the suppliers will continue to struggle financially. So we don't want that to happen to our partners. So what do? We pay cash upfront, and that allows them to maintain the quality that they have promised to us. And then share. Again, as I shared in the beginning, it's about sharing with other people. And CEO Hangyo Park leads by example. It is one thing that a leader say, go share it, that he doesn't, right? But our CEO shares. And what does that happen? What happens after that is our leaders in Atomy will continue to demonstrate that as well, right? And then so that will trickle down to us, and we're also going to continue to share, right? I hope you guys all do, because I will. So we have overseas branches. Last time it was polled, this data was polled, we had 2.2 million global members. China, with China opening, we are gonna add millions, as well as India and Colombia and South America. That is such an exciting news, because look at the growth of the overseas revenue, right? It continues to increase, and 28% of the growth happened. And through that, Korea is a country that survives through exports, right? It's a small country with a lot of advancement of technologies and K-pop too. So Atomy has won the award of 100 million export award confirmed in 2019 and was awarded by the South Korean president. So that is the award that Hangyo Park CEO has received. And remember the WFDSA organization that I mentioned earlier? Our CEO is also part of that organization. And he is one of the leaders there. And every other network marketing companies want to learn from him. And they ask him questions. How do you differentiate yourself from other network marketing companies? And I'm sure I know what he's going to tell them. Make sure you make your customers successful. Global distribution strategy of Atomy is global sourcing, global sales. And I'm going to show you something interesting here. So where does that come from? Japan, iLutein. Avocado oil from Mexico, because they have the best avocado oil. And Turkey has a maturing feature and environment that allows pomegranate to be very high quality. And we have sandwich liver from Taiwan. We have Cambodia pepper. I know we have a lot of Cambodian partners here. So we are helping the economy of Cambodia. And slim line stocking from Japan. And we in America also we source from America as well. We had organic oatmeal that came out, GMO free, gluten free, and probiotics as well, which is 10 billion probiotics. So what does this mean to you, to us? It means Atomy doesn't make anything, but we source the best quality of products from all around the world. And we purchase them through the mass volume. So what happens? It drops the price. So we are able to enjoy the high quality products at very low price. And we are a very people-oriented company. And if you look at the company model, it is very evident. Cherish the spirit. What does that mean? We don't look at people as to means of anything. We don't use people. We don't take advantage of people. We help people and we respect them, and we care for their well-being first before ours. Create the vision. CEO Hangyo Park makes lots of visionary statements, and many come true, right? You also need to have the vision statement. You have to have goals vividly, right? You have to vision vividly so that it can really come true through following the faith. Faith is something that you cannot see according to the Bible. So what do? You have the vision, you work with your team, and have faith that you can accomplish it. You will be amazed how much of power that you can have through that. And serving in humility. It doesn't matter how much money you make. My parents always told me that be the humble person, be the leader that's humble so that you earn the respect from people. And this is the headquarters of Korea Atomy, which I will be visiting next year, hopefully, with the pandemic being over. If you look at that, and a lot of people that were there in the beginning with CEO Hangyo Park when Atomy was first established, the Atomy office was just, out of nowhere. right? It's one of the beat up offices with the A4 paper that says Atomy in Korean, right? That was their headquarter office, right? And then he was driving one of the very beat up cars himself, but he promised everybody that he's gonna give $10 million bonus when they become Imperial Master, and they're also gonna receive a car. Wow, he didn't even have an office and a car, but that was his vision, right? And he followed his faith, and he followed the company motto one after one another. I challenge you to also dream with the Atomy, and let's go together. Thank you very much. My name was Israel Kim, Sales Master.
All right. Thank you so much, Sales Master Israel Kim. The information was so helpful, and I am so proud to be an Atomian. Atomy is rising up every year, and I'm so excited that it's getting better with awesome products, and also it's all over the world. Let's give a hand one more time to our Sales Master Israel Kim. Thank you so much. All right, so now we have product introduction. Are you excited to hear about our amazing products? Thumbs up. All right. So our product introduction person will be Dennis Sun, our Diamond Master, and he's from Singapore. So let's give a hand to our Diamond Master, Dennis Sun. Woohoo!
Hi, hello everybody. Good evening, fellows Atomian in America. I'm going to do a screen sharing. Okay, I will just start with some introduction. My name is Dennis, and I'm Diamond Master in Singapore. And I joined Atomy Singapore since 2018. And today I'm going to start a product sharing for Atomy. And the product that I choose is Atomy powder detergent. And in fact, the powder detergent is the first product that I use made by Atomy. And it really, really impressed me. And from that, I start to look at the other different products offered by Atomy. And this is the Atomy fabric detergent. So why do I choose fabric detergent? Because they use detergent to wash all your clothing, okay? And all human beings wear some sorts of clothing every day, right? And in fact, your clothing is constantly rubbing against your skin. And even you are sleeping naked, you still rubbing your body against your bed sheet, which you wash with your detergent. And the important thing here is toxic chemical can be trapped easily in the fabric. The fabric, like your clothing, is like bag of cotton, and it's like a fishing net. So it catch a fish in the sea, in the water with a fishing net. So it's like the toxic chemical can be trapped in the fabric of your clothing. And this toxic chemical can enter your skin. So there is the transdermal toxin that we're talking about. And again, the washing detergent can contaminate the environment. And transdermal toxin is something that we should aware of, because 90% of the toxin entering into our skin will remain in the body. So if you eat something bad, like if you have a food poisoning, and within a few hours or within a day, you have diarrhea, you're vomiting, and then your body is trying to get rid of this toxin. So if you eat something bad, the toxin, 90% of the toxin will actually discharge away from your body. But for the toxin that enter through your skin, 90% of it remains in your body. And the toxin absorption in our body through our skin is quite different in different area of our body. And a study has shown that the toxin absorbed through our skin at the genital area is 12 times more than the toxin that is absorbed through your forearm. So particularly because genital area have a lot of blood supply and is warmer, so that will accelerate the absorption of the toxin into our body. And children absorb actually 40 or 50% more toxin than adult. You know, you talk about baby skin and then effect the dead skin on our skin. Is a barrier to the absorption of the toxin. So the baby have the baby skin, so they are more likely to absorb the toxin through their skin. So the use of the toxin-free detergent is utmost important in your health as far as the transdermal toxin is concerned. So we have a lot of different kind of chemical that we use in your household, and this chemical usually contains some kind of toxin, some kind of chemical that are linked to angina, asthma, damage to DNA, and even cancer. So suppose if you are, as I said, the toxin absorption to our skin is higher at the genital area. So just imagine if we are washing our underwear or even bra for ladies with some toxin detergent, and the genital area has a higher skin temperature because the blood supply is more at that area. And the underwear or the panties are always in contact or is tight fit to your body. So when you move or you walk or anything, your skin is always rubbing against the underwear that you're wearing. And this happens 24 days, 24 hours a day. So in this condition, actually enhance or accelerate the toxin absorption through your skin. And with this toxin absorbed to your skin, you can actually cause cancer and you have allergies, hormonal disruption, or even immune system disruption. So if you look at the 5 most common cancer in the US, you discover that breast cancer is the most common cancer in for ladies, and prostate cancer is the highest for guys. Hello. Right. So this is happen to be on the genital area and where you wear your bra. And in Singapore, if you look at the skin allergy, over the last 10 years, the skin allergy has doubled over the 10 years period. Right. So the immune system disruption cause like asthma, you have cause angina, you have the allergies, and even for fibrosis. These are the some of the sickness caused by the immune system disruption. And for hormonal disruption, you guys see ladies, boys, premature aging, infertility, and premature birth. And you can see that probably in grandmother generation, we don't see this kind of problem. We don't have this kind of issue. But nowadays, we are heard from a friend or relative or anybody around you started to have all this kind of problem in your life. And so the toxic chemical that is found in the washing detergent, there are 7 of them. They are jolite. These are the fluorescent whitening agent, artificial coloring, chlorine bleaching agent, preservative, phosphate, and animal ingredient. And Atomy washing detergent is well known as 7 no, because they contain the Atomy detergent does not contain all these 7 toxic chemical commonly found in washing detergent. So just let me go through all these toxic chemical. Zeolite. Zeolite by itself is not soluble in water. If it's not soluble in water, so it forms residue. Okay, it's trapped surfactant. Surfactant is necessary for the washing detergent in order to wash the clothing, and surfactant actually reduce the water tension and cause foaming. And Atomy detergent does not contain zeolite, but instead of zeolite, they use a plant-based surfactant extract from the sugarcane and coconut. They don't have residue because it's fully soluble in water, and the powder does not stick together. If you look at the structure of a zeolite, and the zeolite itself is a negative charge, and the surfactant is a positive charge. So that's why the surfactant is bound to zeolite. And not a big issue, but we found all the toxic heavy metals like mercury, like the lead, is also positively charged, and that is also attracted and bond together with the zeolite in the detergent that we use. But the Atomy detergent is made of natural soda and baking soda and baking soda on the inside. It like formed like a ball, and on the outside is plant-based surfactant. So this natural soda ash of warming US, it increase the pH in the water to make the fabric to have a negative charge, and this will eventually help to separate the dirt from the fabric more easily. And the baking soda, which is alkaline in nature, it neutralizes the acid stain containing the fatty acid to remove that. And Atomy detergent is made under special manufacturing conditions to ensure the best result for the user. So talking about zeolite, then if we do a solubility test, and we have the two jar, and we fill the both of the jar with the same amount of water inside it, and you put the same amount some Atomy detergent into the jar with the water, and then the other with other detergent in the water, and you stir it. And what you discover is Atomy detergent actually dissolve clearly even in cold water, and there's no frying dust. When I say frying dust, and sometimes you might have experienced before that if you shake your clothing, you can see some white stuff flying out on the cloth. So that is basically the insoluble zeolite found in your detergent. So because there's no frying dust, so it is safe for use on the children clothing as well. And of course, the Atomy detergent is zeolite free. And the second toxic chemical that commonly found in washing detergent is fluorescent whitening agent. And the whitening agent actually does not remove the stain. It only reflects the visible light. And so if your cloth is blue color, you reflect the blue light, so you see the clothing as blue with your eye. And it does not help, it just hides the stain. But this is extremely toxic to aquatic life. And that's the reason why you always wash a new clothing before you wear it, because most of the clothing manufacturer will like to make the clothing looks more colorful. They always put this whitening agent before they put it on the market. And if you shine a UV torchlight to the detergent, you can actually see the difference between Atomy detergent and other type of detergent. So in the case of Atomy detergent, when you shine a UV torchlight to it, the color does not change. But for some others powder detergent, it appears the blue color. So that is because of the fluorescent whitening material inside the other detergent. And Atomy detergent does not contain this fluorescent whitening agent. Artificial coloring is also toxic in our washing detergent. It usually the cause of skin allergy, and this is also linked to hyperactive children. And our Atomy detergent is clear and without coloring added. The fourth toxic chemical in our detergent is actually the chlorine bleaching agent. And this is highly corrosive. And the color of the chlorine even fade if you wash with the chlorine bleaching agent. It actually irritates or burn the skin and it pollute the environment. The chlorine bleaching agent also cause hormonal disruption. And Atomy detergent is safe and eco-friendly. Preservative. Okay, the use of preservative is actually prevent the degradation by bacteria or maintain the freshness of the appearance of the detergent. And common preservatives used in the detergent are parabens and formaldehyde. And Atomy detergent does not contain preservative. And in fact, that in one of the article, it says that 95% of the breast cancer have found traces of paraben in it. And in Singapore, breast cancer is the #1 cancer among the Singaporean women. And every year, imagine every year, around 2,000 women are diagnosed with the breast cancer. Phosphate is another toxic chemical that is used in the washing detergent. And the phosphate actually soften the hot water, and it also help in the suspending the dirt on the clothing. And phosphate is linked or found to be another cause of the skin allergy, and it's also linked to cardiovascular disease and osteoporosis. And phosphate itself is a key pollutant to the environment that we live in. And this phosphate, when you wash your detergent, we can actually use a lot of water, and then this water actually drain out and carry to the stream and the lake or rivers. And this phosphate is difficult to break down even by our wastewater treatment processing system. And this actually increase the algae growth. And the algae growth, as you can see in the picture, that some of you might have seen this before, and it actually decreases the oxygen that is needed for the healthy aquatic life. And this will contribute to the pollution of the water body. And Atomy detergent does not contain any phosphate, and actually it's a phosphate free. And actually in the market, you can start to see a lot of detergent with this phosphate free logo printed on the packing. Animal ingredient is the last kind of toxic chemical that commonly found in the washing powder detergent, and Atomy detergent does not use that. And one of the toxic animal ingredient is the tallow, which is mainly used for the surfactant in the washing detergent. And it's actually animal tissue, and it's a chief ingredient used, and it's also a breeding ground for the bacteria in your detergent. And if you look at a list of 1,000 toxic chemicals used in the personal and skincare products, you can actually find tallow, animal fat in it. And I'm going to share with you some of the feedback from the members of Atomy using Atomy washing detergent. The most common feedback is that can be removed easily. I'm also quite surprised of that when I first used it. And later in the after they use for a while, they also discovered that there is less residue on the washing machine. And the washing machine looks cleaner. And then even the outlet of the drainage pipe become clean after a few months. And I don't know, in US you also you usually dry your clothing with the dryer, but over in Asia and in Southeast Asia, we are using dry our clothing by hanging out outside under the sun. So in the rainy day, there's no sun, so we have to dry it somehow indoor. So using Atomy detergent, you don't have a bad smell, even though if you are drying the clothing indoor on the rainy day. And some of the feedback that they found that the Atomy detergent has an anti-static effect, so they don't have to use the anti-static agent anymore. And this is what they see, what they feel, but actually Atomy detergent also does not contain the seven toxic chemicals commonly found in the detergent. They don't realize it. And that is very important. Other feedback from Atomy washing is why they solid the foam. And a lot of people has been equating the amount of foam to the cleaning power, means that they think that there are more foam, then the cleaning power is better, and which is wrong as far as Atomy washing detergent is concerned. And the other most direct feedback from your friend or whoever when you introduce Atomy washing detergent to them is it looks like it's very much more expensive than the same powder detergent that you can find in the market, in the supermarket, for example. And I'm going to show you that Atomy detergent is actually 3.4 times more cheaper than the detergent that you can find in the market. Okay, and in the test conducted in Japan based on the JIS, Japan Industrial Standard, you can find that they test the washing powder, the cleaning power cleaning power of the detergent for Atomy and 3 other samples which was made in Japan. And you find that the Atomy detergent is actually having much higher cleaning power than the rest of the detergent. And if you compare with the next higher cleaning powder, that is almost 10% better. And then on the lowest is 30% better for Atomy detergent. And that is because Atomy detergent uses MSE2 graduation method of baking soda and impeachment. So impeachment has 30% more effective in cold water than other enzymes to eliminate smell and stubborn dirt. And it separates the protein, which is usually the cause of the musty mouth smell when you're drying your clothing indoor. And the price, this is a common detergent found in the market, in the supermarket in Singapore. So I just take a picture of that, and this bag is 5 kilogram. It's written here, and the price is 13.55. It's over here. The price is there. For a 5 kilogram wash lot, you need 100 grams of the detergent, and that is in the instruction that you need to use 2 scoops, and 1 scoop is 50 grams. So if you calculate that how much it costs if you're going to wash a 5 kilogram wash lot, and the cost actually will be equal to about 27 cents Singapore dollar for a 5 kilogram wash lot. And for a bag of 5 kilogram, then you can actually wash 50 times. And in average, if you say you're washing 2 times a day in a small family, this bag will actually last you 6.25 months. Then if you look at Atomy detergent, it's just 2.4 kilogram content. And the price in Singapore for Atomy detergent is 16 Singapore dollar. And if you look at the instruction, for a 5 kilogram wash lot, you just need 12 grams. Okay. And if you do the same calculation, the cost per wash is only 8 cents. And you can actually, for a box of the Atomy detergent of 2.4 kilogram, you can actually wash 200 times. And that will last around 2 years actually. So what people say is the price of Atomy detergent is $16 and 2.4 kg. The price of this commonly detergent in the market is $13.55 for 5 kilogram. So if you look at this, everybody will say, oh, Atomy detergent is so much more expensive. Then if you compare the cost, actually the cost per wash is so much cheaper, right? And then that if you do a calculation, you do a comparison, that actually said that other detergent in the market is actually 3.4 times more expensive than Atomy detergent. And if you equate 200 times as Atomy, the other brand in the market is actually 54.20 is as compared to our Atomy detergent of 60. Again, it's 3.4 times more expensive. So are you concerned with the transdermal toxin now, and how do you preserve nature? So the one thing that you can do is change your detergent first. Change to Atomy detergent. It's eco-friendly, it's natural ingredients, and without 7 different toxic chemicals in it. It's perfect for sensitive skin. It has a super cleansing power and reduce environmental damage. Keep the water clean at the same time, and this is nature eco-friendly detergent by Atomy. So make a change to Atomy detergent today for your own health, for the health of your loved one, for the health of your next generation, for the environment that we live in. Okay, and on top of it, we save money, and the transdermal toxin is a silent killer, and the prevention is always better than cure, right? It's nature, it's clean, it's safe for all the cleaning series of the detergent offered by Atomy. So this again, the washing detergent demonstrate Atomy is having why Atomy detergent is absolute quality with absolute price. So why wait? Change it. I think in Singapore we still have the COVID-19 pandemic now, and over the past 2 months, the Singapore is under lockdown. So a lot of people have been staying at home. They don't really, they can't go out of the house. So a lot of people just start starting to wash a lot of different things in the house, wash their clothing, wash their curtain. They can just wash everything in the house. And when the lockdown started, and Atomy Singapore is having some difficulty in deliver to the home because it just cannot pick out from the center anymore. So a lot of people actually running out of stock for the detergent. So they're out of no choice, and they just buy something from the market. And what they discovered that a lot of people, when they use something from Atomy, they don't immediately realize the merit, the advantage of Atomy product. But after they change to some other detergent, then they will discover the Atomy detergent is much better than what they can buy in the market. So that's why I strongly recommend Atomy detergent to everybody. And this is going to be the detergent that you're going to use for your rest of the life. So today I'm going to thank Atomy for such a great product, and thank you for your attention. And that's the end of my presentation today. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Wow.
Amazing. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Very good
So
presentation.
Amazing.
informative. Wow, if it was informative, right? It was very informative for everyone. I feel like just for the Atomy detergent, give me thumbs up if you think it was very informative. I feel like everyone have learned something new today. I definitely did. I feel like some other detergents are like poisonous now, right? And how we have to be very careful and be mindful at the same time. And I usually don't, whenever I get new clothes, I don't really wash it and I just wear it, right? But now I feel like I really need to wash it first because I had no idea that it would be full of toxins and how it really affects the body. Man, thank you so much once again. Let's give him a hand one more time. Our diamond princess is done.
Thank you
Woohoo!
so much.
Yes, yes. Okay, now before we go to our vision speaker, we're going to do a little stretch break. So if you can, where you're at, let's just stretch right now. And to the right, to the left, and then your arms, maybe like to the back, and it feels, oh, nice. And now your left arm to the back. Woo! And then your neck. Oh, did you hear that crack?
Oh.
Woo, yes. All right. Hey, ready for our next speaker. She is an awesome speaker. She's just so natural when she explains things, and she will share a lot of great information as well, and will be very inspirational. So make sure you're paying attention, and hopefully we can see your camera on the screen. And let's welcome our speaker, Darlene Kim, Sharon Rose Master. Woo!
Thank you for the nice introduction. Thank you, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
I think I'm supposed to hold up my mic. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, good.
Yes, darling. It's good to see you.
Oh, hello. Let me just,
Hello, greetings
okay.
greetings
Can you
from
see me
Brazil.
too?
Yes, we see you.
Okay.
Good, darling.
Hello, greetings from Brazil.
Hello.
Hello, Darlene.
Hi, John. Nice to see you.
How are you? Good to see you.
Good. So I'm really glad everybody's here. And it's so awesome, right? That we can see each other like this, that we can get together also.
Yes.
So hello, everyone. Some of you may be new. My name is Darlene Sharon Rose Master, and I'm living in New Jersey right now. People who know me know that I love to talk. But I realized, it's nothing I should be ashamed of, because actually that helped my success. It really has. I can talk all day long about Atomy. I can talk all day long about Atomy, about nutrition, about the business. And really, it's just when you have a passion, it just comes out. But I really can talk a long time, but we're limited on time here. So I have a few points that I want to make. Sometimes, when we talk a lot about Atomy and we have this passion that we can't keep quiet, right? Sometimes some people are like, Darlene, can't we just be friends and not talk about Atomy? To me, well, if there's problems out there and Atomy is a solution, how can we keep quiet, right? Let me see. Can some of you mute your mics? Is that possible? Okay. everyone good now? Okay.
Did you share your PPT?
Not yet, because I'm on speaker view and I see other people. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little thrown off there. Okay, so like I was saying, sometimes when we talk about Atomy a lot, our friends kind of get tired of hearing it. But I want you to have confidence, that we do need to share Atomy because it's our duty to offer, right? Whether they want it or not, that's up to them. I'll go ahead and share my PPT now. Okay, and I'll hold up my mic also. So I just wanted to encourage people today and mention a few topics. First is the ripple effect. One small change can have an enormous impact. The ripple effect is actually defined as a continuing result of an event or an action. I want you to know that the good you're doing today and the good that you're doing sharing with other people have ripple effects that you may never know how far it reached. You're making an impact, you're being an influence, and don't give up. Sometimes you may think that it's not making a difference, but I want you to know it's a fact that you are making a difference, even though you don't see how far your ripples go. You may find out later on, so just keep going. Providing solutions. Now, I want to share with you that we can't ignore the fact that there's a pandemic and that we've all gone through something we've never gone through in our life, something that we've never even heard of, never even imagined, right? So for me, when we were on lockdown, right, on isolation, I'm sorry, hold on one second. My battery is running low. I don't want this to close in the middle. Hold on. Okay, now I'm back. I was just sharing my story about what happened with me. On the lockdown, I felt a little helpless because I wanted to help people. And in our area, there were people making masks, sewing masks, and I was like, oh man, I can't sew. So I can't really make masks and donate them or anything like that. And some people were cooking food, to donate to the frontline workers, and can't really do that well. So I just started to think, like, I really want to help, but I don't know how. I am a registered dietitian. I used to work in a hospital before, but I've been years out, so I can't go back and help them that way. So I was just so grateful that I had Atomy during the time. I heard of people not being able to go to work, people losing their jobs, and people very worried about finances. And I was even more grateful to God and more grateful that Chairman Park, created this solution, this Atomy for me. And I was like, wow, this is so amazing. We've been talking about an unstable future economy and things like that, but we never predicted this. So I realized, how can I help? So we started to take inventory. Well, what do you have? And I realized you just help any way you can. And we've been helping people through Atomy. We have Atomy. We can help people this way. And even before the pandemic, Atomy has been providing solutions in all different areas too. So I said the same applies here. And so I think, after the pandemic, our business has actually grown. People are buying online more. People are looking for ways to earn income from home. And we're providing solutions before the pandemic, during the pandemic, and afterwards, because this is long lasting, this effect. So we share, right? It's hard to go out there and meet new people. So don't forget to follow up with your customers, follow up with your partners. I'm reaching out to old friends and old classmates, just checking up on them and seeing how they are. During that time, if you want to help, we need to ask, where are the people that we can help? So don't forget to ask for referrals. This is helping people. It's not just doing the business. We're doing something real here and very meaningful in Atomy. One way is we share the good news. If Atomy makes you happy, why not share the good news with other people? Because they can use some good news right about now. So can you think of someone who needs better health? And this is one way to get a referral, one way to expand your arm of health. Can you think of someone who needs better health? Or can you think of someone who lost their job and needs more income? We've been doing this in Atomy, and it's even more meaningful right now. If not, can you think of someone who just needs a community? Without the Atomy community, I don't know where I would be. There's been many times in all these years that the community and just the fact of having some Atomy hope has really saved my life. I don't have time to go into it, but people need hope these days. And why not? There's no risk here, right? So we have something so valuable, and I want you to try to understand how valuable Atomy is for you, for your future, for your family, and for anyone you introduce. Like I say, I feel like when I introduce Atomy, it's like I feel like I'm giving a blessing. I'm that confident about that. So if you're not convinced yet in that kind of way, I would suggest research and do whatever you need to do. Ask questions, do your research, learn more, do whatever you need to do to convince yourself. Because if you're not convinced, how can you convince someone else, right? You really need to believe in what you're doing. Now, the Atomy solution in this current time, I say, is learn from home, earn from home. It's a free global business. Many people who never thought about a home business or anything on the side besides their regular job, they're really thinking about it now. And why not? There's no joining fee. There's no monthly annual fee. There's no monthly purchase requirements, and there's no website fees. And I put that because that's a lot of what they ask. This is a learn from home, earn from home global business. And, I know money is not everything. It isn't. But money is a resource that can lead us to convenience. Money can help a lot of people. You're just one person to help. But giving resources like money can help organizations, families. It's long reaching and very meaningful. And I want to remind many of you, all the leaders that you're hearing, that you know of, just remember, they started as a new person. I started new by myself, right? We know what you guys are going through in the beginning. Not exactly, everybody's situation is different, but we all started as a new person. And we all had to get our sales mastership and our diamonds and things like that. We started alone. I did. And then I just started to share. So in the beginning, it may seem tough, but you're not alone. We're here, and remember, we all started that way. We started from something. We just didn't get here very quickly. And if you have any questions or you need some guidance, really speak to the person who introduced you and ask questions and take initiative. So this is what I believe, because this was my circumstance. Okay. Are you starting later in life? It doesn't matter here in Atomy. You still can succeed. Whatever your circumstances are, It doesn't matter. We all started Atomy in the same way, and you can succeed no matter what. Are you different from others? Like me. When I first met Atomy, there were no English meetings. I went to my very first seminar. That's how I met Atomy. And there was English translation. But that seminar was not every month. And there were no English meetings that I can go to learn. I did eventually learn with the help of my mentors, of course, and my research. I took initiative and started to research everything I could. So if you're different from others, it's okay. You still belong in Atomy and you still can succeed. Do you have less than others? You don't need to come into Atomy with a lot of money or a lot of skills. I didn't have a lot of money. I had a lot of student debt. I didn't have skills. I never wanted to talk in front of people for years. Eventually I didn't want to present, but with the help and the encouragement of people around me, I did. So even if you have less than others, don't feel like you have less a chance. Anyone can succeed in Atomy because we all start the same. This is my particular situation when I met Atomy. I had resigned from a corporate job. I was a full-time student at the time, and I was living on loans. It was, I wasn't very proud of my situation, very worried about finances, worried if I was going to make enough after graduation to pay off these gigantic loans. And I think nowadays, a lot of college students right now in this current situation are facing the same thing. They're worried about their finances. They're worried about if they can get a job. We have not seen all the effects yet. But in Atomy, this was my situation. And so I was looking for something to earn extra money, something I could do on my time. So it really was something very attractive to me, especially the fact that it was free with no risk. So it was nothing to lose. That's what I thought. So I was like, yeah, let me try. So I became a consumer first. As soon as I signed up for membership, I started to buy every product I could because I wanted to try it first before I introduced it to someone else. I want to make sure this was legit, that these were good quality products. And I recommend that you do that also, because I didn't see it as selling a product. I saw it as introducing a brand. And so I wanted to make sure. And I was so impressed, and I'm very picky with products, very picky. So I was so impressed with the quality of the products and the price. So I felt very proud to introduce it to people. And eventually I became a business owner because I said, let me try this business. So for those of you who are new, let's talk about how do you start. First, you use the products. That's what I did. And then you start sharing with people. My first product was the toothbrush, and then I tried the toothpaste. So I started to tell people my testimony because I was really impressed. So I started to share with people. And then you help people get the products. When you're new and you're a little skeptical, you need help. So we need to help people try the products. Now, you can talk. I love the presentation today, very detailed. And, it makes me so curious. If I never tried that product before, now I really want to try it because I see the benefits. But there's some people, they don't believe anything, right? You just got to get the products in their hands and let the products talk to them. When they have an experience with a product, they will believe more because they experienced it. So we really need to just help people to get the products. And then you will see the great result because they'll be impressed just like me. I fell in love with the products, the company, and the system. And my heart was in it. And I think that's one key to my success also, is that when I speak, people can tell that I'm authentic. And when you share your testimony and share your experiences with a true heart and good intentions, people will see it. Then I started to share my testimonies and I made happy consumers and then eventually happy business partners too. Next, what did I do? I started to set goals because in my style, I have to set a goal. So I set my direction. You know, nowadays there's so many things that distract our attention, isn't there? You're on YouTube, you just wanted to check something, you're on Facebook all day long. There's ads everywhere trying to sell us stuff, right? There's so many things to distract our attention. And there's probably going to be more of that with the information age. So try to look into Atomy and see what is really good for you long term too. We have to think long term. So I set goals and then I made plans how to reach those goals. So make goals all the time. It really sets your direction. So this here I put in because this is what I found we need. Now, when I first came to Atomy, I really loved it. I was really excited. I wanted to learn everything. But I was kind of like held back because I felt like, oh man, if I bring an English person, where am I going to bring them to? There's no meeting. And I don't know enough to present. So I had to have a lot of patience in the beginning. I was very determined to have a better life. Now, my background, I went through a lot of challenges. I went through a lot of trauma, tragedies, you name it. It wasn't easy, my background. But every time I fell down or was pulled down, I just got back up because of my determination. I was determined not to stay in that situation. I was determined to have a better life. Now, do you think it's really easy to be patient while you're so determined? No. But in Atomy, you need both. You need that determination. So let's say you are going to get some no's. You're going to get rejected sometimes, but you need that determination to keep going and say, well, my job is to offer this opportunity, these products, this lifestyle. It's their choice whether they want it or not. And you got to be determined no matter what you go through. Be determined to get back up. It's like that proverb, fall down 7 times, get back up 8. So no matter what you go through, have some determination. If it's something you can't control, be patient. In Atomy, everything gets better. Atomy just improves and improves and improves. And I've been so impressed by how many new products we get so quickly and how many countries are opening up during this kind of difficult time. I think the Atomy company is very determined as well. The road to success, this is reality. But as you can see, it's always moving up. Once you start Atomy, you'll never go back down to 0. Because even if you had some failures, you learned something. So it's not really a failure because now you're better. So you'll never end up the way you did before. You're always learning something. And part of that is learning is success, isn't it? Improving. So if you're having some pitfalls here and there, we've all gone through it. Keep going and start today. 6 months from now, a year from now, you don't want to say, oh, I wish I would have started last year. Because with me, I started less than part-time. I wish now I had met Atomy earlier in my life. I wish I had gone full-time from the beginning. But we're all learning and researching. But take it from me. Start now. Don't waste time. Because it's equal opportunity. Doesn't matter what your circumstances are, you can succeed here. We all start the same. We're all going to end up at the top, right? Making the same. And we'll all see each other up there. So as I'm concluding, a team must have the same goal. So what I'm saying here is it really does take teamwork in Atomy. You can't do this business by yourself. So teamwork is kind of like a group of people working together towards a common goal. So when you're working with a team and you have the same goal, it's going to go very smoothly. And our members, like in your group, you could have different kind of members. Members that are just consumers, members who want to do the business, and members who are like, I'm focused on my mastership. That's my goal. But they're all part of your group and they all play a part. And it's these ripple effects. The ripple effects go back and forth. I've been influenced by so many people over the years, not just my mentors, not just my group. We're influenced by many things, even our life experiences, right? You are who you are today because of all the things you went through. So we're affected a lot. And we want to make these good ripple effects because it makes us feel good to do this good business and it makes us feel good to put good out into the world. Lastly, one key again is continual self improvement. You know, everything I do, even the Zoom, I'm going to look back and be like, yeah, I should have plugged in my battery before my laptop went low. But everything you do, try to improve. Learn the compensation plan in detail. It is not that difficult. Don't be intimidated by the compensation plan. Learn it in detail, but the best way to really know is experience it yourself. And always stay connected to the company events, the company systems, the company. Now we have the YouTube and the Zooms, you know, and if you're feeling a little down, just watch a Chairman Park video. He always lifts me up. Atomy, everything in Atomy always lifts me up. So I hope it does that for you too. Stay motivated. Um, stay connected to these Zooms. I think it's so amazing that we can get together and that I could see all of your faces. So remember, there's a ripple effect and we are creating an Atomy movement. There's a lot of bad out there going on. Let's spread the good. Like Jason says, happy vaccine. Thank you so much, everyone.
Woo! Thank you so much, our Sharon Rose Master, Darlene Kim. Wow. You know, Darlene, she speaks very calm, right? But then her words really grip you, right? It's like she's just naturally talented and such great points too. And thank you so much for the motivation. So if you want to hear it again, it's recorded and it will be on YouTube as well. So make sure you just hear it over and over and over again because you may never know, it could really change your life. And thank you so much once again, our Sharon Rose Master, Darlene Kim. Woohoo!
Awesome.
Yes, yes.
Awesome.
I was definitely encouraged, very encouraged. And before we end our Zoom tonight, before the announcements, we're gonna do the company motto first. So, ready?
Yeah.
Go. Cherish
Cherish the spirit.
Create
The vision.
The faith.
Serve humility.
All right. So
Everybody, good job.
remember, check our website, and we have
Everybody, good job.
things coming up. We have, if you can please mute yourself, if not. Okay, so we have from the company Zoom meetings have started from last month. So now for July, for English it's July 28th, Chinese is the 15th, Spanish is the 30th, and Korean is the 16th. So make sure to invite because you may never know, it can change their life and they may see a vision through it as well. Our vitamin B complex is finally back. I've been waiting for this. I definitely feel the difference without this. So I was so excited. I ordered actually a lot ahead of time now because I'm afraid it'll be sold out again. So make sure you have it with you. And we have a multi-package promotion that has actually came out today. And if you get 3 fame lotions, you get 1 free. Isn't that amazing? If you get Fame eye creams, 3 of them, you get 1 free there again. That's awesome. And also with the whole PV. So take advantage of this. Now, the next All About Zoom, All About Atomy Zoom coming up. So take a screenshot, make a note of this because the next one for Korean is the 4th, and then English 6th, Spanish is the 18th, and Chinese is the 20th. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. Please stay safe. So next time for the English Zoom, if you have a mask, I'm sure we all have a mask. We're gonna do a little mask fashion show. We're gonna take photos. So just have your favorite mask, next to you, and then we'll do that next time. All right. So I guess right now, as you leave, you can say hello, thank you, and you can unmute yourself.
Okay, I see.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Amazing.
Sandy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Darling presentation.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Dennis, so you got a great job, Dennis.
Good. Have a beautiful night.
Hi, everybody.
Take care, everyone. Very nice.
Bye-bye. Mr. Lee.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Roy.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Good
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Bye. Good night.